Thank you so much for your patience. Thanks for refreshing. Just had to restart the stream here because I had to literally restart a controller driver, and it wouldn't happen when OBS was open on my MacBook Pro. Super stupid. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, OBS, you gotta work on that Mac compatibility. And hint, hint, nudge, nudge, Mac, you gotta work on that third-party compatibility. Otherwise, it's probably not gonna be the type of computer I buy in the future. You have lost a customer. For those, just for the sake of YouTube, by the way, for those just joining, this actually now has to be a second part. So for the sake of YouTube, because I don't edit my videos and everything goes up to YouTube, welcome to the stream. It is October 25th, 2021. Today we're doing part 18B of our ongoing series, the Retro Roulette series, that is essentially an ongoing list of themed retro games attached to a roulette wheel. I can spin the wheel, the chat can spin the wheel at any time, and whatever game we get, we gotta play. So this is our biggest wheel. It's almost 1,500 games from Atari 2600 to N64 or Nintendo DS, and every game in that list, whether it's a ROM hack or a prototype or homebrew project, fan translation, they're all related to animals in some way or creatures in some way. So we started off today and played some TMNT 3 in the last part. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, The Manhattan Project, which is a fantastic NES beat 'em up. I really, really enjoyed it. Then we attempted some Brutal Paws of Fury, or Brutal Above the Claw, which is a Sega 32X arcade fighter, where you play as martial arts, like animals who know martial arts, so very Kung Fu Panda. Couldn't get that fully working, and now we're playing Super Mario World Return to Dinosaur Land. It's a vanilla hack of Super Mario World on the Super Nintendo. A lot of people have asked me to recommend them a good vanilla hack that's very similar to Super Mario World they could play right after they beat it. Well, this is a great hack to even start with. Even if you hadn't played Super Mario World before, you could probably play this one and totally get it. It's going to have a steep difficulty curve from what I understand near the end, but it's a pretty standard hack, and I would recommend this one. So we left off just in the end of the last part, beating Yoshi's Island 4. So I think we're going to head to the castle. Let's check this out. Thank you again for your patience and for bearing with me through the intro. And thanks again to Horatio Outside, Penny Blank, and Zombie Paper for the raids. Really appreciate it. How long do I think it's going to take to beat Super Mario World? I don't know, actually. We might beat it, that is if somebody doesn't spin the wheel. No, we're not going to try and play every game to completion, but we might actually, if someone doesn't spin the wheel and we do beat it, that's awesome. Super Mario World, without skips, usually takes me about 2.5 to 3.5 hours, just playing it casually without skipping. So I imagine it would probably be roughly the same. We'll have to see. So that was some Stardew Valley music, and now let's dive back to where we left off. If you're watching on Twitch, thanks for sticking around, and if you're watching on YouTube, then thank you for doing so. Consider clicking that subscribe button on YouTube. Every one of my streams is there in full. You can watch me play a bunch of Super Mario World ROM hacks, like this one, also more difficult ones. And we played puzzle hacks, we played Kaizo hacks, all sorts. Ooh. And anyone can spin the wheel at any time for 1,000 moonstones. Whoa. Yeah, this is like a pretty standard hack. There's nothing too crazy or difficult about it, which I kind of appreciate because it's just nice. Nice to visit a game that I enjoyed as a kid, but in a fresh new way. That's kind of why I love the randomizers. Still getting a little bit of lag. That's weird. Shouldn't be. Nothing's changed. That's kind of weird. Ooh. Oh, okay. I see. We have to do this. It's a cape stage. Yes! That's kind of cool. Flying straight into the goal. You know, as for this being like the first stage that that lets you use the cape. That's pretty cool. Let me know if you need more game audio as well. I feel like it's a little touch too low. We'll see how things go here in terms of the lag and stuff. Ah, okay, so we have to beat this. We actually have to use the key. Fire! One of my favorite power-ups in any Mario game is the cape, just because it feels... There's like this at-home feeling when you use the cape in this game for some reason. And there's a few other power-ups in Mario games that I really appreciate for the same reason. I love the Tanuki suit just because it feels great to use. You still love the Tanuki? Yeah. Yeah, the Tanuki suit's great. And also, the carrot from Super Mario Land 2, which is another game we've played a lot of randomizers of. The carrot's pretty badass. A lot of people might say it's like overpowered. Oh, that was close. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Nope. Really? We can totally do this. Ah, for fuck's sake. Nope. That's crazy. Don't think you've ever played of or heard of Super Mario Land 2. Oh wow, that's a fantastic game. It came out right after this. I had a feeling it was there. Yeah, it came out right after this, directly after this on the Game Boy, and kind of in the transition period between the original Game Boy and the Game Boy Color. And it's a really fun game. It's got some extra power-ups. If you look at Super Mario Land 1, they were very inspired by Super Mario Bros. 1. And then Super Mario Land 2, just because Super Mario World changed the game really by including things like the start select to be able to go back to the world map, by including secret exits and standard exits. That stuff was all carried over, and a lot of the inspiration for the sprites actually in Super Mario Land 2 are directly inspired from this. They have new power-ups. It's actually the first game that Wario's ever introduced in. And then Super Mario Land 3 is actually called Wario Land. It's Wario Land 1. And it ends up being a spin-off where you control Wario for the first time. And that gave us all of our Wario Land games and Wario World and all that stuff. In fact, I've played every single one of them except for SML1, except for the first one, on stream. I grew up with number 2. Very simple game and almost structured like Mega Man, where you can just pick it up. You've got 6 zones to go for, 6 coins, a couple levels per zone with 1 secret level per zone, and then a boss. So it's very simple, very quick, and I think it's one of the best Game Boy games. Have I played the new Wario game? Is that the one, the WarioWare collection that they just released on the Switch? I haven't. I've seen people play it on stream. I'm a fan of the WarioWare games. I played the first one on stream and beat it, and then we also, I grew up playing that one. I also had WarioWare Twisted back in the day. And the Mega Party games, I think is what it was called, the one for the GameCube. Smooth Moves was the first game I ever bought for the Wii. There's, you know, I've been supporting that series for a bit, but I'm a bigger fan of the Wario Land games for sure. But if you haven't played Super Mario Land 2, I highly, highly recommend checking that one out. It's such a fun experience. It's very quick. It doesn't take a lot of time to do. And it does a great job at, even though the sprites are bigger and more akin to this, there's a lot less screen real estate on the Game Boy, so it does a great job at utilizing that. Having messed around with the randomizer a lot, I'm super used to nonsense in levels happening. Yes! First boss. Okay, no, we're not doing it this way. Doing it that way. Heck yeah! Nice. Haha, perfect timing with that sound effect, which is directly out of Mario Paint, if you're curious. That's what happens when you beat a boss in the Nat Attack minigame in Mario Paint. Cool, so that was World 1. Now we're on to, that was Yoshi's Island, now we're on to the Mushroom Plateau. Even though this is Return to Dinosaur Island, for some reason the geography has changed. Lava 1, Lenny 0. I think that's Lenny. Lemmy? Lemmy Koopa. Because he's named after Lemmy Keelmeister of Hawkwind and Motorhead. It's actually pretty funny, a lot of the Koopalings are named after musicians, right? Like, you've got Wendy O, you have Iggy, Lemmy, Roy, yes, totally worth it, absolutely worth it. Oh. Damn you. Learning with 3 moons. Oh, a lot of useless nonsense and trivia in my brain here. I spent a lot of time playing these games as a kid, but also spent a lot of time just like researching and learning about game developers and game development companies and all sorts of stuff as a kid. And then I worked in a record store for 6 or 7 years, roughly, and basically learned a lot about music that way, just through people coming in and telling stories about what they listen to, all sorts of cool stuff. So the way my brain works is kind of like it's very trivia focused. I mean, we don't need the Yoshi coins here because it's just going to give us a 1-up. It's not a huge deal. Whoa. Must be good at trivia games. Yeah, music trivia is like my thing. I'm really, really good at it. It's all about like the context of the questions are, you know? I remember really enjoying Trivial Pursuit as a kid. In fact, Goten, another retro streamer, SSJ Goten99, he runs a really cool... Goodbye, Yoshi. He runs a really cool trivia like reward in his channel. He does retro stuff, and he will like, you can redeem it and actually have him like basically start like a trivia game show within the channel, and you can stump him as well. You can attempt to stump him. It's pretty cool the way it's set up. Right now he's tackling the Shinobi games, and in fact, let me just quickly give a shout out to Goten. He's super supportive of the retro community. You often run into him in your stream, in lots of people's streams. Dropping gift subs. I really enjoyed watching Goten play Castlevania on NES. That's a fun one. Oh, nice. You were doing some... Goten was doing some Dracula X. Dracula X. Approach the Monty Moles with extreme caution. Is the bat screen supposed to be the chat box? Initially, it was supposed to be the chat box, but because I use a Mac, and because because Mac doesn't support the latest version of OBS and doesn't support third-party programs anymore with the new operating system, I actually can't put it in the chat box. So instead, that's actually where our alerts go. So if somebody raids us, follows us, or gift subs, that's where I put it. But initially it was going to be the chat on screen. Anything transparent, anything that, like, overlaid, that needs to be transparent, like the alerts just showing up anywhere, just doesn't work on the Mac for some reason. It insta crashes OBS, and it's a known bug that they've been working on, but it's a situation of just like a business choice, a business decision on Mac's part, on Apple's part. That's really messing. It doesn't just affect OBS, it affects a lot of people that were using third-party software, or that use third-party software, professionally and non-professionally. Interesting. Okay, so it's gonna give us 2 ghost houses to check out. But yeah, that was the initial idea, and yeah, instead I just put animations there. In fact, I'm kind of like cheating it, because I can't use the overlay for alerts and stuff in Streamlabs. Kind of cheating it by just using a window capture and having that displayed over top of my layout. You know, whatever gets us to the end result of the alerts working. Very spoopy, actually, yes. In fact, we've got a lot of fun, spoopy sound effects, if you want to mess around with them. I'm a big fan of when we do this same format, but with spooky games as well, like horror-themed games and Halloween-themed games. I'm also just in general a big fan of like the Halloween aesthetic in retro video games, retro cartoons. Oh. Heck yeah, Star Cloud. I think it's our second 1-up that we got this level, so if we get one more 1-up, it's our first 3-up moment. Oh. And a 3-up moment to me is just anytime you're in one single level and you can find at least 3 1-ups, there we go, we just got it, then you've got that 3-up moment. So we have a sound effect for when that happens. Apparently we got a second 1-up. That was weird. That was very strange. Also, if you have moonstones, you can unlock our emotes. You can drop that 3-up emote into the chat. If you're one of our subscribers, you get those emotes, and you also get access to messing around with them if you have moonstones. It's one of my favorite things to do on Twitch, is mess around with people's, like make my own modified versions of their their emotes. Ooh, thank you so much for the posture check. 'Tis important. Take that. Aha! If you hit Lakitu with a purple grab block, you'll knock him down without destroying his cloud. Yes, so that's interesting. This is something I learned through playing the randomizers. Certain items, you can actually knock them down. In fact, you can do this with a Koopa shell. If you hit them and knock them down without destroying the cloud, then you can ride the cloud for a short time. There is a way to also glitch, and it's not explaining it there, but there's a way to also glitch it so that the cloud is... at least I've only been able to do it in the randomizer. I haven't been able to do it in the original game. But when we randomize the game, we've been able to actually make the cloud infinite in some rare circumstances, where it would never run out, and you can just use the cloud for the rest of the level. one of the things I love about playing ROM hacks and randomizers of retro games is that you actually kind of learn a lot about how that game ticks. Like things like you can't actually spawn more than one power-up on the screen in Super Mario Bros. 3. You can in this game, but in Super Mario Bros. 3, for example, which is my favorite game, I would say my favorite game of all time and favorite NES game, it actually will not allow you to spawn more than one power-up on the screen. So if there's 3 question blocks and you happen to get like a star, fire flower, and a Tanuki suit, because you can, if you hit them quick enough, then you will, like if you hit them quick enough, then you'll actually despawn the previous one. So all these little quirks about how the game works. Yeah, they're just figuring it out. This ghost house is a dead end, so there's no point in coming here, or is it? Okay, that's just gonna give us that. You can also spin jump on booze. Yeah, there's all sorts of really weird stuff that you can learn from. Cool. They do tend to give us a lot of 1-ups. Oh, the stream is just buffering. Haha. Nope. Not letting that happen. Oh, that's why you were like, uh-oh. That's funny. Yeah, thanks to those that have been sticking around. This is actually a pretty cool hack. I would say, you know, we played a lot worse. I would say it's pretty well rounded, and this is definitely one I'd recommend if you're wanting to play another adventure right after Super Mario World. That's not too, that doesn't deviate too far from the original. Thanks. Okay, so that was not the secret exit. There is a secret exit here. Let's do it. Also, when we run the randomizer, whatever Lakitu throws at us, whether it's in a cloud or a pipe, will be randomized. So you can actually have Lakitu throw like bombs that are all falling to the ground via parachutes, or green Koopas. The true ghost house was the friends that we made along the way. Whoa! Ah. Just get out of here, man. Has a Bowser spawned for the Lakitu yet? No. However, so that's pretty funny, actually. That would be great if that happened. I have played Link to the Past randomized on stream several times, and we did have, we played the entrance randomizer, so every single door that you go into is completely randomized, like where it takes you. And when you fall down through the back entrance behind Hyrule Castle in one seed, it took us directly into Ganon's boss fight. Like right from the beginning. It was like you just fall down the hole and we went straight to Ganon's boss fight. I mean, we can go for those 1-ups, but we don't really need that. There is something we're missing here. Nope. There's 100% something we're missing here. Also, yeah, it looks like we were able to glitch it and get an invincible cloud. That's cool. You can't wait to have your internet absolutely destroyed from having 4 streams open on tabs. Grandmaster Lurker. Nah, there's something we're missing here. And it's not up. So many people streaming. Nice. Well, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate that. I love that we somehow got this invincible. This invincible cloud. Damn, well, what are we missing? Right? Okay, there's nothing we're missing because it doesn't scroll up. Flappy Bird Mario, let's go. Somebody did make a ROM hack of that, actually. Made a totally playable version of Flappy Bird in the Super Mario World engine. In fact, there might be a couple of them. That sucks. I'm just not sure why we're clearly blatantly missing a secret here. We checked every pipe. Whew. Oh, I get it. That's so dumb. That is so dumb. Look at that. Folks, we had 1 second left, too. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, no. Are you kidding me? It's not even final. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Does it at least start us there? Okay. The more you know. There's a lot of ROM hacks that do levels this style where you have to die before you get to the checkpoint. Yep. Thank you, save states. Exactly. Mario, it's your kids. We gotta go back to the future. What? Ah, okay. Mm-hmm. we go. Cool. That's I do like the idea of the two ghost houses like that. I know there's actually two ghost houses in those locations in the vanilla game as well, but I just like the way they present it to you here. Interesting. Okay, that doesn't give you a power-up, so there's a difference there. I used to hate the ghost house levels as a kid. But I quite enjoy them now. I gotta get back to the past. All I can think of is AVGN. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Come on. Yeah, I had a feeling. Because it said it was a twin ghost house, right? So. You're thinking more of Samurai Jack. Nice. That's a great... Ooh! Oh! There I am again on my own. Boom. There's that 3-up moment. If you got the 3-up moon emote, drop it into the chat. It's our first 3-up moon of the stream. Hell yeah. I'm a big fan of Samurai Jack. I really enjoyed it. I actually really like Primal. That was such a cool experiment. It was made by the same creator, and it's actually an animated series that has no dialogue at all. And it was inspired by all the different really beautiful atmospheric scenes from Samurai Jack that didn't have any dialogue. There was like a bunch of moments where he got like to do a whole scene that didn't have any dialogue, or like a whole like action set piece that was really cool. He was really inspired by it, and having not, you know, worked on shows beforehand, he wouldn't have got the opportunity to work on Primal. But it's cool to see the Dexter's Lab and Samurai Jack show kind of evolve into that. Interesting. That still didn't open anything for us. Alright, alright, alright. Okay, so there's obviously an alternate. There's an alternate ending over here. Maybe you gotta solve them both. That's true. There's gotta be a secret, cool, that's nice. The 3-up moon disappears. There's gotta be like a secret and standard exit for both of these things. Oh, there's one over here. Yep, nice. Oh, really? Oh. I gotcha. This is crazy. There we go. Oh, you were just about to say, wasn't there another block path on the other side? Totally. It was visible. And I like that idea too, like having two identical levels and you have to go back and kind of note the differences. Simple concept, but really cool. Hell yeah. Mushroom Plateau 4. Let's do this. Oh my god, that was the ultimate save. That was extremely close. And we get to go to coin heaven. Nice. Oh, okay, now they're just giving them to us. We're up here too. Alright. If you got that moon emote, if you're one of our tier 1 subscribers, 2 or 3, or you unlocked it with moonstones, drop it in the chat. Cool. So we've actually had three up moments already. 2 actual 3-up moons, and 1 where we got 3 lives in one stage. Oh, no! That's the worst. Yeah, this is a pretty cool ROM hack. I would definitely recommend it. Whew. Music note blocks make me so nervous, despite me having played this game and many Mario games many times. Whenever you get a 3-up moon in the game, it gives you 3 lives. So instead of a 1-up mushroom, it gives you 3-up instead of 1-up. But that's all. Normally, in the original game, there's like, I want to say there's like maybe 6. Maybe not even that many. Oh, what happens when you get 3 3-up moons? That would be cool. That would be cool if there was like a... I know that in... Actually, that would be a cool little thing to add to a ROM hack, because there's the power moons, and then there's the multi-moons in Mario Odyssey. Now, I haven't really played Mario Odyssey that much. I messed around with the demo of it for like a few seconds, so that's about it. But it is cool that you collect power moons in them. I think the design's a little bit cheesy, but the design of the multi-moon is pretty cool because it attaches them all together. It's kind of nice. Just a pleasing design. This is an interesting way to handle this type of level. Oh. But, yeah, the multi-moon is actually 3 power moons that are all attached. Thank you. Not a fan of the Magic Koopa sections. Oh, and look, we've got ourselves another friend. If you have the melon, the watermelon block emote. I know it's called the vertical block or the pink triangle block, but that to me looks like a melon. Stegosaurus McCartney, one of my best friends and also one of our mods, always called it a melon block, so I just gotta roll with it. I can't unsee it now. Ooh, melon. Yes. Perfect. We made it. This is Roy Koopa, I think. Or Morton. Oh, wow. I did not expect to kill him in one shot there. Nice. Morton's strength could not beat Mario, nor could Magic Koopa's spells, having saved another Yoshi egg. Mario must now swim across Cheep Cheep Lake and enter Wiggler Woods. Too powerful for him. Cool. First water level. Okay, this is your Floppy Bird moment. Fishy bird. Fishy fish. Swimmy fish. You gotta swim to the music. That's it. Just doing it for the one-up. That was a very close YouTube encounter. Extremely close. I was just like, I'm not gonna react. If I react, I'll screw up. Whew. Whoa. Eat it. Eat it, fish. Eat it. Cool, Wiggler Woods. Oh, this is cool. You approach it from a completely different direction. I used to be so afraid of wigglers because I just thought you had to jump on every enemy in this game. And so as a kid I was like, oh damn, there's like 4 wigglers in this stage. Like I would just like be so intimidated by that level, just like, oh shit, I have to do this and not screw up. But then I realized they're basically just walking springs. They're not even really enemies. There's a second one up, I think, in this stage. Ah. That's interesting. Is that different? I think this is just a samey looking section, yeah. Yeah, this is just a similar looking section. Right? It doesn't help that they get angry, it's true. Yeah, exactly. So when you're a kid, you're just like, stay away from those things. Aggro pillars. They could have totally called them aggro pillar. Did I bring this with me just for that? That's very strange. Nope. Yeah, that's different. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, these are basically fundamentally like the same screen, but they're changing slight attributes of it. Nice. Cool, and that was actually, we got that last Yoshi coin at the very end, and that gave us another 3-up. So that's actually, geez, 3 3-up moons? No, 2 3-up moons, and 2 3-up moments. Yeah, because that's a lot. This doesn't happen that often in randomizer runs or anything like that, or ROM hacks. They just seem to be very, what's the word, generous, I guess, with them today in this one. Whoever made this. And remember, keep in mind, this game came out in 2006. The original game came out in 1990. And in 2006, Lunar Magic, the pretty much widely agreed upon tool that most people use to mess around with this game and make their own levels and their own ROM hacks, that came out in 2001. So this game would have been out for about, or the utility would have been out for about 5 years, and people were messing around with it, and you know, this is still considered like part of the early era of ROM hacking, in my opinion. I would say like 1990, let's say 1997 to 2007. It's kind of like the first early era of ROM hacking. You're a wee lad when this came out. I would have been 1, which is kind of crazy to think about. Yes, we got that double spin jump. That's another thing I only learned through randomizers, is that you can spin jump on boos and Eries. So again, they're not as tough to deal with as you'd expect. Why did I have a feeling that that was what was going on here? I just had a feeling we were gonna get a door up here. You weren't even born when the original Super Mario World came out. A simple maze can become much more difficult if you can't see where you are. Proceed and you see what I mean. Oh no, Itarama, this one's for you. If you're watching, this is I know your least favorite type of level. For me, it is. For me, it's ice levels. I mean, this is pretty simple. I see what they're trying to do here. Yep. I mean, that was alright. I'd be perfectly okay with that level not being in the game. If this was like a Nintendo product, I'd be like, no. Cut that level out. If I was working on this game, at least. River Woods 2. Just that easy. Ooh, I like this. Oh no. Bombs away. Yeah, this is a cool palette. I like when they mess around with the palettes and stuff like that, but still keeping the vanilla assets. Some of my favorite ROM hacks to play are vanilla ROM hacks or vanilla standard ROM hacks, where the only rule is that you can't use custom sprites or custom enemies. You have to utilize. You can mess around with the palettes all you want, but you have to utilize what was included in the original game, whatever mechanics exist in the original game. It reminds you a bit of the Kirby. Totally. It actually has like a weirdly sort of like sepia tone, like Kirby's Dream Land 3 vibe. That's cool. We played Kirby's Dream Land 2 on stream and beat it, as well as Kirby's Adventure 2, which is a really funny Super Mario Bros. 1 ROM hack, but it had all the Kirby graphics instead, and we played as Kirby. It was only 4 worlds, just a small little mini ROM hack, but it was fun. It's becoming a little bit of a theme for our Mario 1 ROM hacks we've been playing on stream, because we played one that was all themed around Zelda, Legend of Zelda Curse of the Outskirts. Also an early ROM hack, in 2003. We also played one called Luigi's Mansion that was basically one where you played as Luigi and we had to save Mario. There was also a Super Mario Bros. 1 run hack. It's got a lot of lasting power, that game. People making all sorts of cool new versions of it. Yeah, you could get so many Crash power-ups if this was a Kirby game because of all the bombs. Totally. We also played and beat all of Kirby 64. We did a 100% Crystal Shard run on stream, which you can go watch on my YouTube channel. That game's great, and the entire time through revisiting it, I was just like, damn, it's going to be amazing if Nintendo decides to make another 2.5D or 3D Kirby platformer, especially the combination of abilities. That's one of the things I'm really, really enjoying at the, like through playing it. Good friend of the channel, Alex JPaz, also has been playing it recently. And it's just a fun game. I love how the idea... Yes. I love how the idea of... Oh, this is perfect. Ah. The idea of combining abilities is in the original game. It's pretty great. It's the only Kirby game that lets you combine enemy abilities and then create your own combos. I think that that's the one thing that Kirby and the Forgotten Lands needs. I'm really, really excited to check out the new Kirby game because it sounds like they were listening to what I was saying. I was like, holy crap. They're actually making another 2.5D 3D Kirby game. The camera rotates just like Kirby 64. I was like, all they gotta do is just call it Kirby 64 too. You don't even need to keep Crystal Shards in there. Give me other collectibles, give me other stuff, but I think that'd be cool. Ah, secret? You've never gotten all the Crystal Shards. For example, you've never gotten to the boss fight. Yeah, because apparently you need all the Crystal Shards to be able to get to the final boss fight. Favorite combo from Crystal Shards? Ooh, that's a good question. I like Bomb Electric. That was cool. I think the double rock is probably the best, in my opinion. Or just single rock. Just because it's the coolest transformation of Rock Kirby, in my opinion, out of any of the games. Just because he turns into a giant statue and slowly just walking towards enemies. Kind of like the Womp he walks sort of like the Womp in Womp's Fortress in Super Mario 64. I do also really like the ability, I don't know the combination to get it now, just because it's been a while since we played it, but I really like the ability that lets you turn into all the Kirby's Dream Land 3 animal buddies, but they're like rock statue versions of them. I thought that was really neat as well, because there's a lot of versatility with getting around in levels. Like when you do need to use that power up, you can swap through all the different animal buddies. That's one of my favorite games that contains animal buddies for when it comes to Nintendo games. You know, a lot of Nintendo games do contain animal buddies. You've got your Adventure Island. You've got your Donkey Kong Countries. But Kirby's Dream Land 3 specifically, I really, really enjoy like what each animal buddy does to to enhance the play experience, and I think it's cool that they brought those back. This is interesting. Okay, so we definitely 100% need ourselves a P-switch. Yeah, I realized we got another 3 up again. What about you? What's your favorite? What's your favorite combination in Crystal Shards? Oh. You love the small green burbs combo? Oh yeah, totally. It's a pretty fun game. It's a great one to revisit if you haven't played it in a while. What? I mean, I'm gonna go for it. Okay, ready? Let me see what all there is, because it's been a bit since you played it. Yeah, there's a lot more than you think. Oh no! I understand. Oh, look at that. Another 3-up moon. Okay, hold on a second. I think I understand what it wants us to do. It wants us to do something stupid like this. Oh. Oh, what? Okay, no, it's over here. No. I just don't want to despawn this P-switch. It can happen if we leave it behind. The fact we gotta do this is crazy. It's just to be safe, because it can despawn. Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay, we did it. That was crazy. Okay, there's our 3-up. Our third 3-up moon, which is 9 3-ups, but then we also got 2 3-ups before then. But of course, I'm gonna drop that moon in the chat anytime we find one. We just tend to be hanging out in every single level, it seems. Ah, that was just to get there. Interesting. You say cutter plus stone. Nice. Yeah, there's some pretty cool ones. I like that too. We jump on a blue switch while holding a blue switch. Blue switchception. Interesting. So I guess the only way to go. Am I in Camp Fridge sucks or Camp Fridge is amazing? I think the fridge is pretty cool. I don't think it sucks. I'm pretty neutral. I would say that it definitely came in handy in our playthrough multiple times to be able to heal, right? I mean, it's kind of like, you know, it sucks that you're sacrificing like an attack a lot of the times, right? But yeah, I know it's a divisive power-up. I really would love to see them incorporate like the copyability combinations. Just considering there's no other Kirby game that does that. What? They kind of did in Star Allies, so that one I haven't played. Is that one on the DS? Or 3DS? I know that if you collect multiple enemies in like Dreamland 3 or something, or Nightmare in Dreamland on the Game Boy Advance, that it will actually just randomize, it'll give you a random ability as opposed to any of the two. There's a chance you can get the two if you eat like a bomb and a stone enemy. Oh, Star Allies is on the Switch. Interesting. So Kirby in the Forgotten Land is not the first Switch Kirby game. I did not know that. Interesting. Was Star Allies fun? Was that one worth playing, do you think? Basically, the most recent Kirby game that I played has to have been Canvas Curse. I rented it on my DS back in the day, and I was like, nah, I'm not feeling this kind of gameplay at all. And then I kind of haven't played one since. I know Planet Robobot got a lot of good buzz. Oh, you son of a... It's a Kirby game, so it's going to be easy, but you enjoyed it. So people say that, but there are some pretty tough Kirby boss fights out there. Oh, yeah, we just never went to the end. Cool. Maybe there's some other secret that will actually lead us straight out of that pipe. In 20? Okay, that's just ridiculous. I'm sitting here jumping, I'm like, oh, there's gotta be a secret block here somewhere. There's a freaking spring right in front of us. That was a silly call on my part. Just gonna take a quick break after this level here. Just 1 sec. Gotta use my big brain. They brought Curling Stone back for Triple Deluxe, so that's a nice reference. Oh, cool. Interesting. Nice little Canadian reference. Star Allies, not Triple Deluxe, sorry, for Star Allies. That's cool. So that's interesting. Maybe that means that there's a chance that they'll do some more references directly to Kirby 64 with this new one. It's honestly, out of all of the games that they announce, including Metroid Dread, it's the one I'm most excited for. I also really think that the Chocobo cart, like the Final Fantasy cart, like bringing back Chocobo racing again, is an awesome, awesome idea. That was such a fantastic game on PlayStation 1 back in the day. Had a lot of fun with it. But both of those are probably the most exciting of the new... Oh, really? Watch. It's gonna make me do this. You never played it, but then again, you never played a Final Fantasy game. It's not really a Final Fantasy game, it feels like just like a fun little spin-off, and... Oh, wow, okay. This is what you gotta do. Look at this. Look at what... This is nuts. The precision required here. There's also Mario Hoops 3-on-3, which is on the I don't know, I think it was a 3DS, I think it was just the DS. That's actually a Final Fantasy sports game. Ah, okay. Ah. It's a Mario basketball game, but also you can play as Final Fantasy characters, like a Cactuar, Chocobo. Okay, once we finish this, I'll take a short break. This is an interesting puzzle. Oh, that's exactly what it wants us to do. That's nuts. That's so crazy. It's actually wanting us to do that. This is almost as bad as that moment where it teaches you to dive for the first time in Zero the Kamikaze Squirrel, which we played in the last, I think, 2 streams ago. Oh my god. That was ridiculous. That required a lot of precision. But at least I know how to actually do a dive as Mario in the cape, as opposed to the Zero, the Kamikaze Squirrel situation. Okay. Do a flip. It'd be cool if you could do a backflip. Kind of like in Super Mario 64. He did a flip. Hell yeah. This is actually our raid animation. Or one of our many raid animations. Ludwig's castle was very puzzling. Nonetheless, Mario found his way out, saving another Yoshi egg in the process. Now he must travel through the slippery frozen valley. Did you bring a coat? Well, you know what? I was going to stream for longer, but I might cut the stream short today. I think we're going to raid... We're going to raid our good buddy Los, if he's live right now, over on Surfin's channel. One, it says the next level is an ice stage. I hate ice levels in platformers. Least favorite type of level. I want to say thank you to everyone that's been hanging out. Thank you to Zombie Paper and Horatio Outside and Henny Blank 01 for being regulars and also for the raids. Really appreciate it. All those folks that have been showing up on the regular, and you know, if you're not following the channel already, click that follow button. We're 5 followers away from 600. When we hit 600, I'm going to be celebrating by playing Legend of Zelda Minish Cap randomized, and also you can catch me on YouTube or on Twitch every single day. You can go back and watch all the previous episodes of this. You can watch the next episode, but stick around. You'll earn extra moonstones, and let's go raid Los over at Surfin's channel. He's not live. Oh, so we can't do that. Well, does anyone have any raid suggestions is what I'm thinking here. Can we do this? Can we do this? In fact, let me just quickly check. 1 second here, folks. I'm going to play some music. Let's just go see who's online. Okay, you know what? We're going to raid the Central Scrutinizer TV. I think that's what we're going to do today. So I'll see you in Central Scrutinizer's chat.